Hi folks, we're going to take a look at an example of finding the equation of a line given the two intercepts. Okay, so here we're given that the x-intercept is 4 and the y-intercept is -3. So just to get a sense of what this looks like, draw myself a little sketch. Okay, so the y-intercept represents where the line goes through the y-axis and the x-intercept where it goes through the x-axis. Okay, so if I join these 2 points, I can see that I should be expecting a line with a positive slope. Okay, so let's recall that the equation of a line looks like this: y equals mx plus b, okay, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So hopefully you recognize right off the bat that we're given the y-intercept of -3, so I can right away input that into my equation. So mx plus -3, which is the same as -3. Okay, so the only thing we're left to do is to determine the slope. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do this in 2 ways here. So I'll do probably what I'd say is the longer way first. Okay, if you don't think of the second option that I'm going to show you, you can always do this here. Okay, so option 1 is to recognize that these 2 pieces of information relate to 2 points. Okay, so the x-intercept, okay, indicates that the point 4, 0 is on the line. And if the y-intercept is -3, that means the point 0, -3 is also on the line. Okay, and I can now use these 2 points to find the slope. Okay, so let's recall the slope formula. So it's the difference in the y's. Okay, if you want to write it in this way, just to recall this notation: difference in the y's over the difference in the x's. Okay, now the only thing to keep in mind when you're comparing these 2 differences is you have to keep the same order in numerator and denominator. So you might want to call the first one point 1 and that one point 2. Okay, so we'll do the difference in the y's. So y2 minus y1, so -3 minus 0. Okay, and then in the denominator, it's the difference in the x's. So I just have to keep the same order as I did in the numerator. So 0 minus 4. Okay, and let's simplify that here. So you got -3 minus 0 is -3, and 0 minus 4 is -4, which we simplify as 3 over 4. Okay, so as expected, we have a positive slope. Okay, now there is another option here. Okay, so I know that my equation is going to look like y equals mx minus 3. Okay, and again, I've already used the fact that the y-intercept is -3, so I can't use that piece of information again, but I can use the fact that the x-intercept is 4. Okay, so what's special about the x-intercept is that the y value is equal to 0. So I could take this equation, replace y by 0, m is my unknown, still don't know that, and I know that the x value is equal to 4. Okay, and now I can just solve this equation. Okay, so here I have 4m. Let's bring the -3 to the other side since I want to solve for m. So I add 3 to both sides, so this is going to be +3, and I solve for m by dividing by 4 to both sides, so m is equal to 3 over 4. And we see I get the exact same answer as I got before. Okay, and in the end, the final answer to this question is y equals m, which is 3 over 4x, minus 3, which is the y-intercept. Okay, so just to recap, here we recognize that the x-intercept of 4 relates to a point on the line, 4, 0, and the y-intercept relates to the point 0, -3. Okay, and we recognize that this piece of information gives me one of my unknowns in my line equation, the b value.